Jai Hind Defense aspirants, welcome back to my channel SSP Success. For any query regarding SSP and AFSP, please join our Telegram channel SSP Success, whose link is given in the description box. And for more updates regarding SSP and AFSP, do subscribe our YouTube channel SSP Success. So today we are going to cover an important lecture topic, which is World Health Organization, and that is very important for your lecture point of view for SSB and AFSB. So let's get started with our topic. सो वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो है वो यूनाइटेड नेशन की एक एजेंसी है फॉर हेल्थ दैट वाज फाउंडेड इन 1948. इसका हेडक्वार्टर दैट इज सिचुएटेड इन जेनेवा स्विट्जरलैंड. 194 मेंबर स्टेट्स है इसके, 150 कंट्री ऑफिस है, 6 रीजनल ऑफिस है. ये एक इंटर गवर्नमेंटल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जो वर्क करती है इन कोलैबोरेशन विद इट्स मेंबर स्टेट, यूजली थ्रू द मिनिस्ट्रीज ऑफ हेल्थ. जो WHO है दैट प्रोवाइड लीडरशिप ऑन ग्लोबल हेल्थ मैटर्स, shaping the health research agenda, setting norms and standards, articulating evidence based policy options, providing technical support to the countries, and monitoring and assessing health trends. जो WHO है, it started functioning on April 7, 1948, a date which is now being celebrated every year as a World Health Day. Okay. ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के? टू एक्ट एज अ डायरेक्टिंग एंड कोऑर्डिनेटिंग अथॉरिटी ऑन इंटरनेशनल हेल्थ वर्क, टू establish and maintain effective collaboration with the United Nations specialized agency, governmental health administration, professional groups, and such other organization as may be deemed appropriate. Apart from that, we have, to provide assistance to the government upon request in strengthening health services, or to promote cooperation among scientific and professional groups which contribute to the advancement of the health. So all of these are the objective of World Health Organization. Now let's talk about the relation between WHO and India. See, India that became partly a party of the WHO on 12th Jan 1948. The regional officer for Southeast Asia that is located in New Delhi. स्मॉल पॉक्स की बात करते हैं. सी 1967 में टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्मॉल पॉक्स केसेस जो है इंडिया में वो नियरली 65% ऑफ ऑल द केसेस इन द वर्ल्ड थे. सो ऑफ दीज 26,225 केसेस डाइड, गिविंग अ ग्रीन पिक्चर ऑफ द रिलेंटलेस फाइट दैट ले अहेड. 1967 में क्या हुआ, WHO ने लॉन्च किया एक इंटेंसिफाइड स्मॉल पॉक्स इरेडिकेशन प्रोग्राम. So, with the coordinated effort by Indian government with the World Health Organization, smallpox को eradicate किया गया 1977 में. Then polio. India began the battle against the disease in response to the WHO's 1988 Global Polio Eradication Initiative with financial and technical help from the World Bank. जो पोलियो की कैंपेन थी 2012 की, इंडियन गवर्नमेंट ने पार्टनरशिप की विद यूनिसेफ, वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, द बिल एंड मेलिंडा गेट फाउंडेशन, रोटरी इंटरनेशनल एंड द सेंटर्स फॉर डिजीज कंट्रोल एंड प्रिवेंशन contributed to almost universal awareness of the need to vaccinate all the children under 5 against polio. उस इस रिज़ल्ट के बाद इंडिया ने क्या किया, पोलियो को रिमूव कर दिया 2014 में अपनी लिस्ट से. Next, we have what are the World Health concerns and WHO's. See, air pollution or climate change, it is one of the major concern. 9 out of 10 people breathe a polluted air every day. So 2019 में air pollution is considered by the WHO as the greatest environmental risk to health. Microscopic pollutants in the air can penetrate respiratory, circulatory system, damaging the lungs, heart, brain, killing 7 million people prematurely every year from the disease such as cancer, stroke, heart and lung disease. जो primary cause है air pollution का, that is burning fossil fuel, is also a major contributor to the climate change, which impacts people's health in a different ways. Between 2030 and 2050, climate change is expected to cause 250,000 additional deaths per year from malnutrition, malaria, diarrhea and heat stress. नॉन कॉम्युनिकेबल डिजीज़ की अगर हम बात करें, जैसे डायबिटीज़, कैंसर, हार्ट डिजीज़, दे आर कलेक्टिवली रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर ओवर 70% ऑफ ऑल डेथ वर्ल्ड वाइड और 41 million people. The rise of these diseases has been driven by 5 major risk factors: tobacco use, physical inactivity, the harmful use of alcohol, unhealthy diets, and air pollution. These risk factors also exacerbate mental health issues. The suicide is the second leading cause of the death among 15 to 19-year-olds. Other than that, we have global influenza pandemic. The WHO is constantly monitoring the circulation of influenza virus to detect potential pandemic strain. 153 institutions in 114 countries are involved in global surveillance and response. Apart from that, we have fragile and vulnerable setting. More than 1.6 billion people, which means 22% of the global population, live in places where protracted crisis through a combination of challenges such as drought, famine, conflict, and population displacement and weak health services leave them without access to the basic care. Then we have antimicrobial resistance. It is the ability of bacteria, parasite, virus, and fungi to resist modern medicines which threaten to send us back to a time when we were unable to easily treat infections such as pneumonia, tuberculosis, gonorrhea, and salmonella. The inability to prevent infection could seriously compromise surgery and procedures such as chemotherapy. In 2017, around 6 lakh cases of tuberculosis were resistant to rifamycin, the most effective first line drug, and 82% of these people had multi drug resistant tuberculosis. Weak primary health care is one of the major issues why people are suffering today. Primary health care is usually the first point of contact people have with their healthcare system and ideally should provide comprehensive, affordable, community based care throughout the life. Yet many countries do not have adequate primary health care facilities. This neglect may be lack of resources in low or middle income countries, but possibly also a focus in the past few decades on single disease program. Other than that, we have vaccine hesitancy. It is the reluctance or refusal to vaccinate despite the availability of vaccines that threatens to reverse progress made in tackling vaccine preventable diseases. Then we have dengue. It is a mosquito borne disease that causes flu like symptoms and can be lethal and kill up to 20% of those with severe dengue and has been growing threat for the decades. A high number of cases occur in the rainy season of countries such as Bangladesh and India. A high number of cases occurs in our country. Now the dengue season in these countries lengthening significantly. Okay, and these diseases spreading to less tropical and more temperate countries such as Nepal and that have not traditionally seen this disease. So WHO's dengue control strategy aim to reduce death by 50% by 2020. Now, what are the WHO's organizational challenges? See, WHO has been dependent on donor funds, mainly from the rich countries such as USA. Okay, currently 80% of the WHO's funding is tied to programs that donors choose. Work programs that are vital to WHO mandate remain underfunded as they clash with the interest of big donors, especially of the rich and developed countries. Consequently, WHO's role as a leader in the global health has been supplanted by our other intergovernmental bodies such as World Bank and increasingly by big foundation. So guys, that was all. Do like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel SSP Success. Thank you guys. Bye bye. Take care.